Good evening and welcome to the 2019-20 Virtual Employee Recognition Ceremony. I am DCSD Superintendent Keith Lewis, and it is truly an honor to have the opportunity to recognize the 2019-20 distinguished employees of the Douglas County School District. DCSD is home to 365 certified staff, 377 classified staff, 30 administrators, 170 classified and certified substitutes, and hundreds of volunteers. We are truly blessed to have an incredible staff that work each day to provide a high quality education and an educational experience second to none for our students. The 2019-20 school year will go down as one of the most challenging school years in the history of public education. When we opened up the nomination process last spring, I had several people mention that all the employees of the Douglas County School District were deserving of the honors we will be presenting this evening. I couldn't agree more that there are hundreds of employees, substitutes, and volunteers that deserve special recognition. And so I want to make sure that I begin this evening by acknowledging the amazing work, the commitment, the perseverance that our staff makes on a daily basis. I also want to acknowledge my appreciation for how our DCSD staff has always put the needs of our students first, and in doing so, they are truly a source of pride within our local communities. As the superintendent of the Douglas County School District, I could not be prouder to lead such an amazing group. As all of you probably understand through personal experience, technology can be a challenge. And tonight we are going to take a significant risk in our attempt to make this ceremony as special as we possibly can. I want to acknowledge the creativity of our new Executive Director of Human Resources, Mr. Joe Girdner, in the planning of tonight's ceremony and attempting to do something we have never done before. Tonight, we have secured the assistance of several district employees who are out and about in Minden, Gardnerville, South Tahoe, Carson City, and Reno. While I do not personally know what it is like for someone to come to my front door with a prize or special acknowledgement, we will attempt this evening to replicate the Publisher Clearinghouse prize notification at the home of each recipient. While our budget unfortunately does not allow for $1 million prize giveaway, we will still present our recipients with a fancy blank check and the actual award. The presenters in the field will be brought into the ceremony live via Zoom, so each of you at home will get to see the actual presentation. We had solicited help from the family and friends of tonight's honorees to ensure that no one comes to their door in their pajamas or any other way that might cause public embarrassment. Please bear with us this evening, and remember, we have never attempted this in our life, so we provide no guarantees how smoothly this will go. So without further ado, I would like to start tonight's ceremony with a presentation of the national anthem by the Douglas Dynamics under the direction of Miss Tammy Owens.
Say, can you see by the dawn's
Thank you, Ms. Owens and the Douglas Dynamics. When we use the term educator, it generally conjures up thoughts of teachers and administrators. In truth, the responsibility of educating children is shared by all staff in the district. While our roles may be different, we are all educators. And there is no doubt our support staff employees keep Douglas County schools running. Many of our departments, such as transportation, facilities, information technology, student health services, and school nutrition, to name a few, are staffed nearly entirely with classified employees. Our transportation department ensures students get to school on time and safe, regardless of weather conditions. Our bus drivers and paraprofessionals are often the first district employee to welcome students to another school day. Our facility staff keeps our fields green and buildings safe, and our custodians maintain schools and classrooms that are clean and welcoming. Could we even imagine where we would be during this current pandemic without an amazing IT department? These are just a few examples, but highlight the importance of our support staff employees. What if we didn't have food service? Many students would not eat any healthy meals in a day, and some would go hungry. Imagine life without operational technology. Our work would come to a grinding halt. Our secretarial staff not only keep our buildings organized and running, they are often our face to the public. They are there to provide a kind word to a troubled child. Our health workers assist students with medication and provide necessary care to a student who does not feel well. Our paraeducators are extensions of our teaching staff, often working with students dealing with significant challenges. It is impossible to touch on all the contributions of our support staff, but one thing is clear. They are an integral part of educating students in Douglas County School District. For that, we say thank you. Tonight, we honor 17 support staff employees who have been recognized by their colleagues and supervisors as the 2019-20 Distinguished Support Staff Employees of their respective school or department. Through the video tribute we are about to play, each of these amazing employees will be introduced by their supervisor, and it will be clear why they were selected to be honored tonight.
Congratulations, Jerry Wolf, on being awarded C.C. Maneely's Classified Employee of the Year. Nurse Jerry, as we all call him, may be the most critical employee in the building. Jerry is our go-to for so many things. Elementary school-aged children are notorious for hurting themselves. One of our most used supply is Band-Aids and baggies for ice. Jerry takes care of our students' most basic needs to ensure that they are ready to learn. He validates and cares for the feelings of each child. Nurse Jerry is always calm under pressure and knows just what to do. We sometimes forget all that he does for our students until he isn't available and the line begins forming in the office. Nurse Jerry has a unique insight into so many of our kids. He sees students when they are the most vulnerable, and he uses this time to connect and build a relationship. Jerry is very knowledgeable of best practices, and this shows every day in all of his interactions with all students and staff. Thank you, Nurse Jerry, for keeping all of our students and staff safe and healthy, especially in these unprecedented times. Congratulations.
I am very proud to introduce Jackie Wall as the GES Support Staff of the Year. Wow, what can I say about Jackie? She is the cashier at GES for lunch service, but truly, she is way more than that. She is efficient, fun, and engaging with students. She takes customer service to a whole new level. Jackie always makes sure that every kid gets a full lunch every day. I also got the opportunity to work with Jackie during our distance learning while she distributed breakfast and lunch for our students. She made it her goal to increase the amount of lunches and breakfasts we got out to families every single day. I thoroughly look forward to the every day I got to work and talk with her on these days during lunch service. She's an incredible person and employee, and DCSD is lucky to have people like Jackie Wall, and it's an honor to present her as the GES Support Staff of the Year.
I'm very pleased to announce our Classified Employee of the Year is Amanda Keith, one of our special education aides. She has been with us for a number of years now and has done a bunch of training, and she is just wonderful with the students, and particularly individual students. She certainly knows when to push to get more out of the students and when to come back. She's got a very good knack for reading them. She does a great job, incredibly organized, very kind, caring individual. I just can't say enough good things about Amanda. She is just a really good person, and one that has a lot of empathy towards kids and adults alike. So I'm just very proud to announce Amanda Keith, Classified Employee of the Year, MES.
Let me tell you about the famous Carol Patrick. If you know anything about Jacks Valley, you know Carol Patrick. Carol's been working at Jacks Valley for 32 years as a playground aide and secretary. People who know her love her. She's the hardest working employee in the school who goes out of her way to do whatever is needed for others. As an extraordinary secretary, people know they can count on her. Carol always sees adults in the community who remember her from elementary school, and they're always stopping in to say hello. Carol always says that Google's not her friend, but yet seems to always get the job done. She loves her mocha frappuccinos, and I just recently found out about her secret ice cream stash. Her love of children and people in general is evident every day. She's sincere, generous, hardworking, and creative. But most of all, she is a remarkable, amazing, astonishing, and marvelous secretary.
We were so fortunate to have Patty Dack join our team here at Pinion Hills Elementary School. Patty had an immediate positive impact on our school with the level of support, care, and efficiency that she has provided our students, our staff, and our families. Patty absolutely loves to work with students, loves to work and support our staff, and engaging and positively supporting our families. Patty's incredibly efficient, super positive, and those are the reasons why she is our Distinguished Employee of the Year. Patty even will play dodgeball with students if they have earned a preferred activity. Patty has lunch with students frequently, is always willing to lend a hand in any way, shape, or form to support families and to support staff. She will go out of her way to do anything and everything to make our school run smooth, efficient, and have a positive, supportive environment for all stakeholders. These are the reasons that Patty has been nominated and voted by our staff as the Distinguished Employee of the Year for the 1920 school year.
Tracy Mutzenberg is the Scarcelli Elementary School Classified Employee of the Year for the 2019-20 school year. Tracy is a paraprofessional in the Community Life Skills program who has gone above and beyond in her work with kids to ensure that they get the best possible education. She is constantly concerned not only with their education, but also with their well-being and quality of life. She brings or makes snacks for birthdays. She buys gifts for them for birthdays. She makes sure all the kids have proper attire for recess or other school events if they didn't come prepared. She brings items from home to use in cooking lessons. She designs instructional and fun field trips, and she is constantly talking to other staff members to help support comprehensive learning plans for each of her students. Tracy meets every student where they are with understanding, patience, and love. She is a class act.
This is Principal Sean Lear at the Lake at Zephyr Cove Elementary School. I am proud to announce that our distinguished classified employee for the year at Zephyr Cove is Miss Jen Galley, our parapro. Jen puts her whole heart into the job and does so with a smile. She always has a positive attitude. She's an amazing and upbeat person. Compassion and empathy are her strengths. She deals with situations with grace and, when needed, with humor. Jen is respected by the parents and the staff at Zephyr Cove. Jen handles situations with calm and patience. She shows genuine affection for everyone. She's always a willing team member to take on a task that might not be desired by others, and volunteers whenever she sees a need. She is a selfless and caring person. She loves all kids as if they were her own and allows for students to truly connect and trust in her. Therefore, it is my great privilege to announce Jen Galley as our Distinguished Classified Employee of the Year at Zephyr Cove Elementary School.
Hello everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's District Office Employee of the Year, Mrs. Karen Harper. Karen works as the Executive Secretary to the Superintendent and the Board of Trustees. Karen is so deserving of this honor, but I am biased as she has been my right arm for the past 2 years, and I could go on and on about her. Mrs. Harper is one of the most professional assistants I have ever had the pleasure to work alongside. She has a knack for anticipating the needs of those she works with and always has the supports we need at the ready. She is skilled at staving off the hungry vendors anxious to steal 30 minutes with the superintendent to try to talk us out of spending money we don't have for things we don't need. And the beauty is that they thank her when she's done. Karen is also the first line for frustrated parents, and she handles them with such empathy and calm demeanor that several of them have been compelled to bring her tokens of appreciation just for listening to them. Karen is always willing to help any department when tight deadlines and large tasks fall upon them. She did not even bat an eye this last spring when COVID-19 hit us all and completely changed the way we do business. Karen selflessly joined the other confidential employees to support our families by handing out materials and Chromebooks every day during the early stages of the pandemic. I so appreciate all she did for me. I miss her very much, and I am so pleased to be able to honor her for the work she does and the support she gives to so many. Congratulations and thank you, Karen Harper.
Hello, Douglas County School District. It is my pleasure to introduce Craig Altringer as our Facilities Distinguished Staff Employee of the Year. Mr. Altringer is one of our maintenance 2 techs in the department, and he fixes most of our plumbing issues district-wide. We have seen so much growth in his skill set since he was hired in 2017. He has taken on plumbing as something the district needed without having much previous experience in plumbing prior to working for DCSD. In the short amount of time, I have seen major improvement in all the schools district-wide since Craig took on our plumbing issues. Craig has a great attitude, and whether he is working with grounds, maintenance, custodial, or contractors, everyone appreciates his can-do attitude, and he is fun to work with. I personally appreciate Mr. Altringer's initiative, work ethic, and the care he takes every day to provide a safe learning environment for the students and staff of DCSD. For these reasons and many others, we decided to honor Craig by selecting him as the 2019-2020 Facilities Department Distinguished Support Staff Employee of the Year.
I've had the pleasure to work with Debbie Kepler for 3 years. However, she has worked for the district in the school nutrition program since 1993. Over these 27 years, Debbie has worked at Kingsbury Middle School, Pinion Elementary, and now DHS, where she has been the kitchen manager for 14 years. Running this kitchen is a huge job. They serve the most meals and have the most variety of foods to serve on a daily basis. Debbie has done a great job increasing meal counts and improving the program at DHS over the past couple of years. In addition, she has stepped up to help put on events such as the lunch for the district-wide learning forum and in the past the district barbecue. We had already nominated for our Employee of the Year before the schools closed in March. What she did to help our program and to continue feeding kids when the schools closed would have made the decision even easier for us. We ended up using DHS as a central kitchen, and she was in charge of food production from March through the end of school. We were doing something new, and I had new requests and procedures for her to follow on a daily and weekly basis, as we figured out what worked best for serving meals. Debbie adapted, was flexible, and was more than willing to help do what was needed. I have enjoyed working and getting to know Debbie. She is funny, nice, and honest. She is not afraid to tell me when something isn't working for their menu and how we can make it better. Debbie is great at her job and enjoys feeding the students. We are lucky to have someone like her working for our program and the district.
Hello, it is with great honor that I introduce Jen Aldridge, the health aide for Carson Valley Middle School, as the Health Services nominee for Distinguished Employee of the 2019-2020 school year. Jen has been at CVMS for 3 years. She goes above and beyond every day to deliver the highest quality of care and compassion to her students and staff. Jen has the challenge of providing school health care for the second largest school in DCSD, and she has been so creative and innovative with her organizational skills and with her fine-tuning of her healthcare skills. Jen brings a sweet smile and a positive attitude to work every day, and she brightens the lives of all of those around her. Jen is also the cheerleader of our team because she is the first person to recognize when a team member is having a rough spell at work, and she will literally drop what she is doing to call or email that person just to lift them up, which is entirely selfless and compassionate of her. Jen is incredibly deserving of this recognition, and I am so very honored to applaud her for it. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to recognize Jay Dossie as Transportation Department's Employee of the Year. Jay has been with the district for over 22 years and is a professional driver that continues to assist the department by taking on additional tasks that others may not want to ensure the students in the district are able to get to school or go on educational or sports trips. He is a go-to driver that only wants what is best for the students and the community of Douglas County. He comes up with solutions to problems and works through the challenges. His caring, firm but fair attitude echoes throughout the department. Jay is looked to from his peers on many driver issues that can assist the new and seasoned drivers. He is always willing to listen and give them feedback to improve and make sound decisions with the challenges as a driver. Jay Dossie is Transportation Department's Employee of the Year.
Congratulations, Jeanette. We're really proud of you and everything you've done for the staff and students over the past school year at Carson Valley Middle School. I think one of the things that makes you shine is your willingness to establish connections and meaningful relationships with the students you serve. They feel safe and they trust and they respect you. That goes a long way with middle school kids. We also want to share how proud we are that you are willing to step out of the box and do something that you haven't been asked to do in the past, and that was to attend some trainings. And these trainings were good for kids and improving their literacy, and we know you played a role in that, and that means a lot to us, and we appreciate you taking a chance and doing that for us, and I think you'll admit that that really paid off for you. We appreciate how well you work with your peers and your lead teacher, and we really want to share how happy we are with how you've supported our school's efforts for improved teaching and learning. One of the things that we know you've really focused on is reinforcing our social emotional learning lessons, and those lessons have increased our school-wide respect for all and safety. So we just want to give you a shout out, let you know how much we appreciate everything you've done for us, and we hope you have a great school year. Take care.
Hi, this is Guy Ogeen, principal for Powalla Middle School. This year, it's my privilege and honor to recognize Nicole Harrison as our Distinguished Classified Employee of the Year. While Nicole's title is that of a clerk typist, that is just the tip of the iceberg of what she does on a daily basis. Nicole is located up in the front office where she is the first face to see every person that walks in the front doors of Powalla. From the early arriving staff, to the students, to the parents, she is there each and every day with a positive attitude and a great smile. Whatever it is that someone needs, Nicole is able to provide it in a quick and efficient manner. Nicole's day starts at about 6:15 in the morning when she comes in to check our subs to make sure that we have all of our positions filled each and every day. That's where the challenge really begins. There are many days that we don't have all of our positions filled by qualified substitute teachers. And that's when Nicole hits the phones hard and heavy. She starts by calling the list of people that she knows that are active subs in the districts to find out if they are all working or if any of them are available to come to our campus. When that doesn't work, she's on the phone contacting teachers to see if they're willing to fill in until we can get a qualified sub on campus. I can't remember a day that we haven't been able to get every position filled before the end of the first or second period. It's also Nicole's job to know where each and every one of our students are at any point in any given day. Whether it's a parent coming to pick their student up for an appointment or getting students organized for school-related activities, Nicole can find that student within a matter of minutes. These are just a few of the reasons that I'm excited to recognize Nicole Harrison as Powalu's Distinguished Classified Employee for the 2020 school year. Thank you, Nicole, for all the things that you do that we see, and most importantly, for the things you do that we don't see on a daily basis. You're a rock star. Congratulations.
Hello, and thank you for this opportunity to introduce Aspire Academy's Distinguished Classified Employee of the Year, Renee Bidart. Often affectionately referred to by many of the students as Mama Renee, Renee does a lot at our school. She wears many, many hats. She is our nurse. She's our custodian. She is our registrar. She is our accountant. She is our head secretary. And most importantly, she supports and helps our students, our staff, and our families to be successful. It's really fun for me to watch when former students come back, and one of the first people they want to see is Mama Renee. They'll come in the office, they'll exchange hugs, they'll look at the pictures of the graduation class that they were from, and just rekindle and reunite in really positive ways. And you can tell that Renee's had a significant and important impact in their lives, and they value her. It is just wonderful for me to be able to tell you how committed and how dedicated Renee is, because she is an important part of Aspire, and Aspire is an important part of her. So I want to congratulate Renee as Aspire's Distinguished Classified Employee of the Year.
The Douglas High School Distinguished Classified Employee of the Year is one of the first faces that the public sees when they enter our school. She is always positive, polite, helpful, smiling. She is even able to multitask and is quick to respond to questions from parents and staff alike. The 2020 Distinguished Support Staff Member of the Year is the amazing Roxanne Young. To capture Roxanne's greatness, I want to share a few quotes from colleagues and parents. Roxanne is the consummate professional. She keeps that front desk running. She is flexible, helpful, and rarely does the word no come out of her mouth. Roxanne is diligent, dedicated, knowledgeable, and always ready to help to answer questions. Roxanne is an unsung hero. She is polite, calm, and utterly capable. She does whatever needs doing, when it needs to be done. She is creative, efficient, humble, skilled, and loyal. Roxanne is calm in the face of daily storm that hits Douglas High School's front office. Not everyone is able to do this. She does it well every day, all day, throughout the entire school year, with grace and a smile. In her position, she often takes calls from parents that are upset about some situation or sharing sad news with our school, and she always handles these situations with grace, compassion, and professionalism. The other thing you should know about the 2020 Douglas High School Distinguished Classified Employee of the Year is that she is very creative and makes hundreds of beautiful handmade cards for staff and students' birthdays and special occasions. She also has a great sense of humor and often lightens the mood in our office with a funny comment or joke. I am so glad that Roxanne Young is the face and personality our parents and community members see when they visit our campus. I am honored to name Roxanne Young the 2020 Douglas High School Distinguished Support Staff of the Year. Thank you, Roxanne, and congratulations.
This is Principal Sean Lear at George Whittell High School. I am proud to announce that our distinguished classified employee for the 2019-2020 school year is our kitchen manager, Debbie Duffy. Debbie does an amazing job at George Whittell High School as our kitchen manager. She's also served admirably this year in the absence of a kitchen manager at Zephyr Cove Elementary whenever she was called upon. Debbie's strength is her attention to detail. I promise you both kitchens are completely clean and sanitary at all times. The food that is prepared is top-notch, and Debbie does an amazing job managing and preparing all of the meals for our students and staff. I myself enjoy meals regularly at the George Whittell High School kitchen. Debbie's attention to detail is second to none. She's applied this same dedication and attention to detail during distance learning for food delivery for our families in the local community. 3 times a week for the last 2 months, Debbie has been out and about delivering food to all the students in need in our community, interacting positively with families, and doing an amazing job in these unprecedented times. Therefore, it is my great pleasure to announce that Debbie Duffy is the George Whittell High School Distinguished Classified Employee of the Year.
What a great bunch of individuals. Thank you to our supervisors for doing such a great job of introducing this year's Distinguished Support Staff Employees. To begin the presentation of our Distinguished Support Staff Employee Awards, I would like to welcome Executive Director of Education Services, Mrs. Rami Cronin-Mack, to present the 2019-20 Elementary Support Staff Employee of the Year.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. I didn't realize when we practiced this that I would be the first one to see if our plan works, so let's see. So I am really pleased to be here this evening to be able to award the Distinguished Elementary Support Staff. Tonight, to help me present the award, we have Lauren Spires, Minden Elementary School 4th grade teacher, waiting in the field. In the field of public education, as Mr. Lewis previously noted, our support staff employees are the critical foundation to keeping our schools running and our students safe and supported. Tonight's honoree embodies just that. This support staff member has served in the role of special education paraeducator. Recognized for being willing to do any task and work with any student in a supportive role, this employee has fostered strong relationships with students, and it has been said she works wonders with the students she assists. In the recognition of this employee, one teacher said, having a coworker that places the needs of students as her first priority makes coming to work easy. When asked as a nominee to answer the question, how do you exceed expectations? She answered, I just try to create an environment where the students feel safe and loved in my presence. I do my best to meet each student at their level and encourage them to do the very best they can. I also do my very best to always show up to work. These students thrive in an environment where their supporters are consistent. Knowing they can rely on me builds trust and creates a relationship which allows a lot of learning to take place. DCSD appreciates the love and commitment this employee has given to our students and is thrilled to honor her tonight as our district distinguished elementary support staff employee. I'm now going to turn over the presentation to Mrs. Lauren Spires to award the DCSD Distinguished Support Staff Elementary Employee Award to Mrs. Amanda Keith.
Is she on the screen? I think she's not on the screen. Hey! Hey! They had you guys live for a few minutes, so I knew you were out. Oh.
But this is for the school, and then this is for
The district.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm shaking.
You so deserve this.
Oh, I just see you guys. Am I allowed to give you hugs? No. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Let me turn that.
Congratulations. Thank you. Oh.
Hey, Amanda.
Thank you, Mrs. Spires and Mr. Stoll. Congratulations, Mrs. Keith. At this point, I'm going to turn over our next award, the presentation of that award, to my esteemed colleague, Mrs. Jeannie Dwyer, Executive Director of Special Services.
That was awesome. First one was success. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. I'm honored to be here tonight to announce the 2019-20 Distinguished Secondary Support Staff Employee. I'm equally as honored to have Miss Molly Ravenscroft, the Assistant Principal at Douglas High School, in the field to help present this award. Literally everyone reports that this person is a pleasure to work with. She is always finding ways to streamline office procedures and make things run more efficiently. She's very organized and is always offering to help others. She is not only exemplar with the front office duty, she also develops relationships with the students. She goes out of her way to make them feel special. She never forgets a birthday, holiday, special event. In fact, she makes the most beautiful and intricate handmade cards for her staff. She really cares and she's very committed. Miss Roxanne Young is a committed employee and really cares about her duties and all the people at DHS. Congratulations to Roxanne Young, our Distinguished Secondary Support Staff Employee of the 2019-20 school year.
Ready?
Thank you. Wow. Oh.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
2 awards.
Thank you,
I get
wife.
You get 2. You're the whole district's distinguished employee.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for being an awesome work wife for 7 years.
I love you, Kelly.
I love you, but we're not allowed to hug because it's against the rules.
Virtual hug.
Virtual.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is mine too. Thank you. You're welcome.
Congratulations.
So thank you both. Thank you all. Thanks.
Congratulations, Roxanne. We're so happy to have you on our team. I'd like to introduce, for the next award, my amazing assistant, Mrs. Wendy Yankowski, the Assistant Director of Special Services.
Thank you, Mrs. Dwyer, and nice job on pronouncing my name. I know that's a tough one. Good evening. It is with great pleasure that I get to introduce the person nominated as the Distinguished Department Support Staff Employee. As you know, our support staff plays crucial roles in the daily operations of our schools. These employees contribute greatly each and every day to the overall success of Douglas County School District. Without these hardworking people, teachers couldn't teach and students couldn't learn. There are numerous people in these positions, but one name rose to the top of the list last year for the incredible work he does each and every day behind the scenes. This recipient was highlighted for many reasons. He was described as having a wealth of knowledge, a vast set of experiences, and an extensive set of skills and expertise. He is always willing to learn to try new things. He doesn't stop until the job is done and until the job is done well. He's a team player with a great attitude. He is extremely dependable and can be counted on to help in any type of an emergency. He has been described as an invaluable member of our team. Here are just a few examples of where he went above and beyond the call of duty. In his current title as Maintenance Technician 2, he has supported the district not only in that role, but also as a plumber on numerous occasions. As such, he was frequently called on by the Food Services Department to install dishwashers, fix dishwashers, and service a host of plumbing emergencies at various sites. On one particular day, he witnessed a kitchen worker quite frantically trying to figure out how to share supplies, food supplies specifically, to another school site in need. That school didn't get their milk supply for the day. Without being asked, this person jumped in and delivered all the milk to another school site so that those kids could have milk for all their meals that day. Another example of how this person pitches in an emergency is on those crazy mornings where weather forecasters get the forecast wrong and we wake up with a ton of snow. This person willingly plows snow, shovels sidewalks, and makes our buildings secure and safe for students and staff. Again, these are just a few of the examples of how he goes above and beyond to support colleagues district-wide. This person was unable to accept this award tonight and has already been made aware of this announcement. However, Phil Demas, his supervisor, created a video we will be sharing momentarily to honor Mr. Craig Altringer as the Distinguished Department Support Staff Employee. Congratulations, Craig.
No sound.
You gotta put that on.
You gotta put that on.
Honorary hat.
Yeah.
I'm texting her outside.
All
right, Craig, congratulations. You were selected to be our Distinguished Support Staff Employee of the Year for the Facilities Department, so congratulations. I'd like to present you.
All I can say is, I'm sorry.
What the hell?
That's
there you
awesome, dude.
Craig was selected because he holds up the values of the facility departments, not only working with maintenance, but he also works with grounds and custodial, and he's a model employee and a good example of our employees for the school district. So thank you.
Appreciate it. Awesome. Thanks, new boss.
Thank you. Thanks for all you do.
Damn.
And I got one other thing for you. You've also been selected for the Distinguished Department Support Staff Employee of the Year, district-wide.
Yeah, buddy.
So you nailed it this year.
For the entire district. And I got you some flowers. No, I'm just kidding. There you go, buddy.
What the hell? You're killing me. What the hell?
Tonight, we honor and recognize 12 educators from across the Douglas County School District who were also nominated by their colleagues and supervisors. As I indicated in my opening, the 2019-20 school year will go down as one of the most challenging years in the history of public education. As I thought about how I wanted to introduce our video tribute to our 2019-20 distinguished educators, I came across an open letter to teachers written by Amanda Morin, who is a former teacher and author of the Everything Parents Guide to Special Education. The letter articulates how we feel about our teachers and the challenge of teaching in the year 2020. I would also like to share a portion of this letter, which is intended for all DCSD educators. Dear teachers, I want you to know that you are seen and you are valued. There is a reason you have been called essential workers. As a former teacher, I know all the work that goes into teaching under typical circumstances. Teaching during this coronavirus pandemic is so far from typical. It is literally nothing school systems have ever done before. This isn't what you signed up for, and yet you're doing it anyway. You're putting together distance learning plans. You're adapting your teaching in the blink of an eye. I know you miss seeing your students in person on a daily basis, the classroom community, and the culture that you cultivated. I know how much your students mean to you, how they become your kids year after year, and how much you love seeing them light up when they learn something new. Here are a few things you should keep in mind during this time. Number one, you're still teaching. Even though it may not feel like it sometimes, you're teaching. Right now, our kids are learning social, emotional skills that no curriculum could account for. That Google Meet that didn't work out, it wasn't a mess. It was a learning opportunity. Our kids learned that it's okay to fail and try again another day. When they couldn't start their learning packets because they didn't have a printer at home, once our kids found out that you'd mail work to them, they saw flexible thinking and perseverance in action. You're finding ways to connect with your students and their families, even as you're trying to take care of yourself and your own family. Our kids are learning empathy and compassion from you, a skill we're all learning and practicing right now. Number two, you're creating history. You're the first teachers to tackle a challenge like the one we're facing now. Years from now, 2020 will be remembered as the year we all learned how to live life at a distance from each other and continue to function as a society. Pause a moment and realize what you're doing matters. It matters not just for the students you have in your classes today, but also for the future. You're part of a large-scale systemic change and are making history. And number three, you have expertise. You're learning new ways of presenting information and trying to make it so that all students can access it. You're figuring out what teaching looks like when school has become schooling. I'm doing my best to support my child's at-home learning, but in no way do I consider this homeschooling. I'm supervising, but you, the teacher, are doing the heavy lifting. I know how hard teaching is. I'm grateful that other parents are getting a peek under the hood and seeing how much work goes into it. But my teacher doesn't do it that way. Any parent who has heard that knows you're making a lasting impression. Any parent who is watching Khan Academy videos in the bathroom so they can help with math knows you have skills and knowledge we lack. You have a place in our kids' lives, whether they're groaning about doing the work that you've assigned, anxiously awaiting a phone call from you, or gleefully trying to get your attention during your virtual class meeting. It's because you matter. Teachers, parents can't replace you. You are essential. Take care of yourself, be well, try your best, and thank you for being there. As we did in our video tribute to our support staff employees, each of these amazing educators will be introduced by their supervisor.
Congratulations, Mrs. McMillan, on being awarded CC Maneely's Teacher of the Year Award. Mrs. McMillan is a brain architect. She truly molds young minds in a way that few can. She has a gift for education. She embraces every student in her room and connects with each one of them in a way that is unique to that student. Mrs. McMillan's classroom is a space that fosters creativity, design, iteration, problem solving, questioning, and kindness. Mrs. McMillan's passion for STEM has percolated out to the rest of the staff. She is committed to providing opportunities for students to tinker and create. She continues this work after school by tutoring students who have a desire to code, design, collaborate, and learn more about science and engineering. I remember going into Mrs. McMillan's class one day when a student was so excited to show me what she designed with a 3D printer. Her problem was her headphone cord was always getting tangled in her desk, and it was frustrating her. So Mrs. McMillan got her on Tinkercad to design her own device to wrap up the cord. Mrs. McMillan then used the 3D printer to print that student's design. This is just one example how she takes the time to foster each child's imagination and curiosity. Her classroom provides choice to students to ensure that they have a say in their education. Mrs. McMillan knows what each of her students' needs are and builds a foundation for them to be successful. CC Maneely is lucky to have the one and only Stephanie McMillan. We sometimes get nervous that she will leave education to share her gift of baking. Congratulations, Stephanie McMillan, on being awarded CC Maneely's Teacher of the Year Award. Congratulations.
I am proud to introduce Stacy Olaki as the Gardnerville Elementary School Teacher of the Year. She is truly amazing, and she spends every day with our students that have the greatest challenges. She sees the light in them, and she stokes their fire for learning and communication and motivates them to engage so they can learn to learn and interact with each other in meaningful ways. She is also a member of our PBIS Tier 3 team, where she supports her colleagues with the most challenging behaviors. Stacy is truly an asset to the students and staff at GES. Not to mention, she has an amazingly fun personality and a great sense of humor. She makes all of us better. We are lucky to have Stacy Olaki at Gardnerville Elementary School.
I'm so excited to introduce Brandy Gramellini to you as the Jacks Valley Teacher of the Year. Brandy's an outstanding special education teacher who is always going above and beyond. She advocates for her students and works hard to meet the individual needs of each child. Brandy is our PBIS coordinator and works hard to build relationships with her co-teachers, parents, and above all, her students. She's a guider, provider, facilitator, coach, trainer, helper, nurse, counselor, artist, collaborator, team builder, partner, mother, mentor, but most of all, a lover of children.
It is with great pleasure I'd like to introduce Colin Kovasnica as the MES Teacher of the Year this year. I'm very proud to announce that. While Colin's only been with us a few short years, he's made a large impact on our campus. He has a wonderful rapport with students, parents, staff alike. He's wonderful at collaborating with his grade level peers. He's quick to jump in to help with anything he can. He originated our Tech Tuesday, which is a voluntary get-together on Tuesdays to share tech ideas and new apps that people have found and ways to utilize them. It's been very popular. He was the catalyst behind our coffee bar in our lounge, which has been very popular. But Colin is just a very kind, giving person, one that we certainly welcome at MES, and I am very proud to say Colin Kovasnica, MES Teacher of the Year 2020-21. Thank you.
Mrs. Patmont, our 2020 Pinion Hills Teacher of the Year, teaches fine arts at Jacks Valley Elementary School and Pinion Hills Elementary School. Mrs. Patmont stands out as an educator because she is student-friendly and supportive of colleagues and families. You will often see many students in her classroom during every recess, learning from her and working on projects. Our staff and families greatly appreciate her kindness and supportive nature. Finally, Mrs. Patmont is masterful at incorporating literacy into her hard instruction. Congratulations, Miss Patmont.
Alyssa Park is the Scarcelli Elementary School Teacher of the Year for the 2019-20 school year. Alyssa is truly a trailblazer. She designs innovative lessons that are relevant in students' lives, using instructional practices and tools designed to help students learn to ask questions, think critically, and solve problems. Kids in her classes learn to look at the world around them with an inquiry-based mindset. Alyssa herself is naturally inquisitive and loves to explore new ideas. She's innovative and very much connected to the world around her. She's not afraid to take risks and teaches her kids to do the same. Her students use technology as a means to an end, not the end itself. They collect and analyze data using surveys and spreadsheets. They learn to research online, and they present information via slideshows and other methods. Alyssa truly provides a modern classroom environment. She has helped our staff learn new methods. She shares information, and she is involved in a project with the Right Question Institute, where she is learning to perfect the question formulation technique and is presenting it to others through webinars on the Right Question Institute's website. So she is truly an innovative, modern classroom teacher, the Scarcelli Teacher of the Year.
This is Principal Sean Lear at Zephyr Cove Elementary School. I am pleased to announce that our distinguished Certified Employee of the Year at Zephyr Cove is Keely O'Donnell. Keely finds ways to engage her students and get them excited about learning. She uses differentiation, hands-on learning, and projects. She interacts with students to keep them informed of their performance and how to achieve even more. She collaborates well with other colleagues. Keely takes on challenges and is a positive role model who has great rapport with students, parents, and staff. One time this year, I observed Keely teaching high-level mathematics to her fourth graders. She executed an amazing lesson that allowed students to productively struggle with complex mathematical thinking. It is therefore my privilege to announce that again, our distinguished Certified Employee of the Year for Zephyr Cove Elementary is Miss Keely O'Donnell.
Hey Amanda, you could not be more deserving of this award. You are an amazing educator. Your dedication to students is unparalleled, and your desire to learn and grow does not go unnoticed. We see you as a teacher leader. You are strong with your teacher team. You are respected by your peers. You are a technological leader. We see you doing Flipgrid and Screencastify. We know that you are an important part of the Cohort 1 team for Epic Teacher, and we look forward to seeing what you're going to do next year in your classroom as an Epic Teacher. We know that your students feel safe and comfortable in your classroom. They are not afraid to take a risk. They know that you support them completely, and that goes a long way with kids, especially during this COVID thing. So we really respect you and appreciate all that you have done for all the students that you've touched this past year, and we look forward to seeing what you're going to do for your students next year. So congrats, best of luck to you, and thank you so much for all you do at Carson Valley Middle School.
Hello, this is Adam Dedman, Vice Principal at Powwalu, and I am thrilled to introduce Teresa Freitas as our Distinguished Teacher of the Year for 2019-2020. Teresa is an exemplary teacher in every way. She is a tireless worker, she's highly knowledgeable in her field, and she's caring. And I have to mention my personal favorite quality of hers, she has a great sense of humor. Teresa is wonderful to work with. She challenges the status quo, not just for others, but for herself as well. She pushes to improve herself while she provides a nurturing environment for our students. Teresa finds a way to love every one of her students, even when that seems particularly difficult. On top of her teaching work, Teresa is our department leader for special education here at Powwalu, and she works closely with administration to ensure that all IEP students are well served. She collaborates with other teachers, and she models professional learning by looking for new ways to improve her own craft and expand her own knowledge in the field. Teresa is one of those rare teachers who is able to blend many years of experience with a new teacher's enthusiasm for her work. She mentors newer teachers on our staff, and she is a great all-around problem solver. In short, Powwalu would not be the great school that it is without the excellent example she sets for her colleagues every day. Thank you, Teresa, for helping raise everybody's game with your professionalism, knowledge, and humor. And congratulations on being selected to represent our hardworking staff as this year's outstanding teacher.
We at Douglas High School are thrilled that Mrs. Kelly Winter has been selected as the 2019-2020 DHS Teacher of the Year. We believe Mrs. Winter is one of the top math educators in the state of Nevada. She currently teaches algebra, freshman seminar, and AP calculus. She also serves as our math department chair. She continually challenges herself to be her best. She truly loves her work and watching her students learn and succeed. She consistently acts in the best interest of her students. They are deeply engaged, excited to learn, and are afforded a wide range of learning activities that are rigorous and require investigation. We cannot say enough about the leadership that Mrs. Winter provides to DHS staff and students. She's been instrumental in facilitating our PLCs. She's organized the department into subcommittee PLCs that empower her colleagues to work on common assessments, common scoring, and pacing. Mrs. Winter has clearly taken an active role in supporting school and district initiatives and has pursued numerous leadership opportunities. She has helped lead our ACT, end of course, and AP task forces. She has helped implement our freshman seminar program. She has started a master's program in educational leadership, which is in addition to the master's in math that she already has achieved. She facilitated staff trainings for us in February and March on designated professional development days. Despite all of this, she also found time to serve on our senior events committee, math hiring panel, and scholarship committee, and even somehow runs about 100 miles a week. She even gave up a day of her own spring break to volunteer to support district nutrition services and distributing food to needy families. She is clearly a leader on our campus. We recognize and appreciate the amazing work she does for DHS students and staff. Kelly, please know how much we appreciate you and how lucky your students are to work with such an outstanding educator. Congratulations.
This is Principal Sean Lear at George Whittell High School. I am proud to announce that our Distinguished Certified Employee of the Year at George Whittell High School is Miss Karen Pinot. Karen joined us this year as a part-time special education teacher, but has never felt like a part-time employee. Karen brings 110% to every task that's put in front of her, and she's served admirably in multiple roles this year at George Whittell. First, as our special education teacher, differentiating for all of her students and encouraging them to exceed their goals in academics. Secondly, as a member of our PBIS committee and as the point person for our Breakfast Club Tier 2 behavior and academic interventions. Regardless of whether students are in special education or in the general population, Karen Pinot brings the same attention to detail and expectations for student growth. Karen has also been a positive team player, serving as a gate person for our athletics and helping with extracurricular activities. We are proud to announce that Karen will be with us full-time next year and that she is the Distinguished Certified Employee of the Year for 1920 at George Whittle High School.
Hello, and again I want to thank you for this opportunity to introduce Mike Lasag, Jacobson High School's Distinguished Employee of the Year. Mike is an incredible teacher. He is very competent in all the areas that he is asked to teach. This year he's been teaching English as in past years. He teaches PE for boys. He teaches culinary arts, computer graphics, and computer science. And he has really built an essential and excellent program out at Jacobson in the computer graphics and computer science. This past year and the year before, he found a program and a kit called Raspberry Pi. And he has gone to trainings, he has trained others on it, and it's now something that we're using in our school district thanks to Mike. The kids love it. They just, every time I go out there, they're asking, hey, can I do Raspberry Pi? And, it just tells me the investment that he's made is paying off with the kids. Mike also has really worked hard to incorporate 3D printing, 3D animation, and also just many other areas such as photography, digital photography for the kids. He works on coding with them, and the list goes on. Ultimately, I would tell you that the kids really respect Mike. It's an interesting relationship that the teachers have with the kids out there because they can't get to know them on a personal level, but they certainly can let the kids know that they care for them and they respect them. And Mike gives that right back to the kids. So we're proud to recognize Mike Lasag as Jacobson High School's Distinguished Employee of the Year. Congratulations, Mike.
All right, to begin our presentation of our Distinguished Educator Awards, I would like to welcome Executive Director of Grants, Assessment, and Accountability, Mr. Brian Frazier, to present the 2019-20 Elementary Educator Award.
Good evening. I'm very pleased to help present the 2019-20 Elementary Distinguished Educator Award. In the field helping with this presentation and locating this distinguished educator is Susan McNeil, our principal at Scarcelli Elementary School. About this individual. For the 2019-20, our elementary distinguished educator is the hardworking, dedicated, involved in district initiatives, and educational leader that you would expect them to be. It's what happens in this person's classroom and their interactions with their students that sets them apart. This person's colleagues identified many of the traits they felt distinguished this person as an exceptional teacher, educational leader, staff trainer, positive educator, relationship builder, and innovative educator all were mentioned. However, this individual's words provided an adept summary of their reasons for being an educator and ultimately this year's Elementary Distinguished Educator. To be a teacher is a gift. Every day I am with students as an opportunity to help them discover who they are and how they can use their skills and knowledge not only to understand the world, but also to change it for the better. I want students to ask questions and pursue answers and ultimately be in charge of their learning. The reward is in the changes I see in my students every day and from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. I see we have Miss McNeil ready to go here. Just in case we're lagging around a little bit, just in case you're curious, I started to tell everybody about the benefits of eating dried grapes. It's raisin awareness. Since we're celebrating this evening with awards, some people say that popcorn is difficult to chew. There's actually a kernel of truth to that. Was wondering if you wanted to hear a joke about the staccato. Never mind, it's too short. There we go. Thank goodness you saved everybody from those.
No. How do we do it?
So here we have, found her way to the recipient of Miss Alyssa Park. Congratulations, Alyssa, fourth grade teacher from Scarcelli Elementary.
Douglas County Distinguished Educator of the Year for Elementary. You deserve it more than anybody I know. You have done an amazing job at being innovative and keeping your kids engaged. So thank you. We're so proud to have you at Scarcelli. Thank you, Alyssa Park. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations, Alyssa. Now, to present our 2019-20 Secondary Distinguished Educator Award is Executive Director of Human Resources, Joe Gerdner.
Good evening. It is both an honor and privilege to introduce the Douglas County School District Distinguished Secondary Educator for the 2019-20 school year. As stated by one of her colleagues, this person has been deserving of this recognition for a very long time. Personally, I could go on and on for days about the attributes of this outstanding educator. Instead, I will let the words of her colleagues and her own personal statements about education show why she is truly the best choice for the Secondary Educator of the Year Award for Douglas County School District. She works tirelessly for her students, families, and her school community. She is more than a teacher, she is an educator, because educators not only teach, but also contribute greatly to their school community. She always knew that she would be an educator and teacher because she was inspired by many esteemed Douglas County educators as she went to school here in Douglas County. She aspires to continually to improve as a teacher. She is constantly focusing on continual improvement to make a positive change in her classroom and in her school. Her ability to connect with kids, with both honor students and struggling learners is amazing. She is an active leader at her school and truly leads by example by taking on new challenges and new classes every year. She doesn't feel that seasoned teachers have the right to teach honors classes above new teachers. She knows that all courses require an incredible skill set to provide the best education for our students. She has worked to bring new norms for PLCs to her school by promoting collaboration among teachers throughout the entire building. On a personal note, I have had the honor to work directly with this educator for the last 6 years. I have always been amazed at her abilities as a teacher and leader of staff. She is always the first person at work, sometimes as early as 4 a.m. in the morning. I've seen it. Is usually one of the last people to leave the building also. I am most impressed by her focus on being a lifelong learner. She is currently finishing her second master's, and more than that, she is consistently focusing and reflecting on ways to improve her practices. We will now go to the field with the dashing Mike Rex to introduce Mrs. Kelly Winter as the 2019-20 Douglas County School District Educator of the Year. Mike, I don't have any good jokes, so get going.
Yes, this video's rolling. Show me it.
Show me.
Look, it says videos on. Video is there. So,
You're live, Michael Rex.
so are we.
Can you see us?
We can see you. Hit the front door.
Walk with me. Kelly Winter, you are the 2019-2020 Distinguished Secondary Educator of the Year Award. Congratulations! We've got the tiger flag. We got your sweepstakes award. Congratulations. Thank you for all you do for our school. Congratulations.
Do you want to pose with the flag?
Yeah.
Okay. So dark. I know, it's very dark. Oh my gosh.
Stop the video. So.
Stop the video.
Congratulations, Kelly Winter. You deserve it. At this time, please welcome Executive Director of Area 4, Melissa Rains, to the podium to announce the Distinguished Elementary School Volunteer of the Year Award.
Thank you, Mr. Gardner. I have the good fortune of announcing this year's Distinguished Volunteer of the Year, and my colleague, Mr. Bill Harvey, the Assistant Principal of both Minden and Scarcelli, is in the field to help me surprise our honoree. The individual we are honoring has volunteered at Minden Elementary School for well over 7 years. She spends multiple days a week at Minden helping wherever the need arises, and has gone so far as to take projects home to complete. There has never been a project or request that is too big or small, and her kind, supportive attitude is ever present as she tackles one request after another. She has created lasting relationships with students and staff, and when she is not able to come in and help, her presence is truly missed. Her kindness and support is noticed and appreciated by all. The teachers from Minden Elementary School shared, and I quote, "She gives herself to Minden. She willingly spends her free time helping better our school. She makes snacks for staff, supports the garden club and the recycling club, and excitedly teaches students and staff about the Lunar New Year and her Vietnamese traditions. She quietly recognizes things that need to be done at our school and just takes care of them. Seeing her walking into our classrooms always makes us smile, and she has had an impact on a majority of the students and every staff member at Minden Elementary School." I will now go to Mr. Bill Harvey to surprise Mrs. Teresa Serta-Lou as our 2019-20 Distinguished Volunteer of the Year. Mr. Harvey?
Flip it. Do it again. I can't see it.
We hear you, Mr. Harvey, and almost see you. Oh, there you are.
Here we are, and we're about to surprise our Volunteer of the Year.
And Mrs. Ertl there is
doorbell. I'm not sure how surprised
well.
they're going to be. How come we can't see him? Oh, it's right here. Right here. I hear voices in there.
Yeah.
Come on out.
Come out, Teresa.
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 Come on out, Teresa.
Teresa. Come on out. Come on.
She's a little shy.
Teresa,
Teresa,
come on
out. Congratulations. Surprise. You are the 1920 Douglas County Elementary School Volunteer of the Year. Congratulations. Thank you for everything you've
Yes.
done.
Well, for all the years.
And for our district. Thank you so very much. This is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to hug you because I don't care. You're on the video. We miss you. Okay, we're done.
Now, to present the Distinguished Secondary School Volunteer, Mrs. Wendy Jankowski.
Thank you, Ms. Rains. It is my great pleasure to get to introduce the Distinguished Secondary School Volunteer tonight. And out in the field who will be helping with this presentation is the lovely Miss Karen Sealbinder. There are many reasons that this volunteer was nominated, and I could speak for quite some time about why this person is so deserving, but if I did, we'd be here all night at this podium. So let me share with you some of the highlights. This person has invested an extraordinary amount of time over the past 6 years, making a significant impact on student achievement. This volunteer saw a need at Douglas High School 6 years ago and single-handedly developed a solution to address the need. Specifically, this person solicited support from other committed and highly educated adults, and together they spearheaded what is known today as Study Buddies. For those of you who are not aware of what Study Buddies is, it's a tutoring program that is free for all students at Douglas High School. This program is run solely on volunteers. Prior to COVID, Study Buddies provided free tutoring to all students Tuesdays and Thursdays all year long. Tutoring is available for all subjects. These adults recruited students from the National Honor Society, who, as you know, have GPAs that are 3.5 or higher. These are very, very bright students. These students and the adults together support academically struggling students. While this volunteer is not directly tutoring himself, he and the team spend numerous hours ensuring that the tutors are aligned with tutees who they can teach. These tutors have very busy schedules, and this volunteer works around their busy schedules, works around doctor's appointments, sports, and their various life commitments to make sure kids' needs are met. He communicated with administrators regularly to see how he could improve the program. He regularly communicated with parents. This volunteer would even tutor the NHS students if they needed help in their honors and advanced placement courses. As a graduate of Purdue and Stanford, and someone who has worked as an aeronautical engineer, he is certainly able to support these students with their rigorous coursework. The thousands of hours this man generously shared with students in our community resulted in impressive gains in overall student GPAs. On average, students in the program saw their GPAs rise by 1 full point. So without further ado, we will turn to the lovely Miss Karen Seelbinder, who will present this award to Mr. John Bergeson for being named the Douglas County School District Distinguished Secondary School Volunteer. Congratulations, John. Karen, can you hear us? We're ready for you.
Okay, can you hear us? Can you see us?
We
We're here.
can.
Okay, flip us around.
Where is it?
There it is. Okay, we're here at John Bergeson's house. He has no idea. We've rung the doorbell. Now we're waiting for him to come. His wife, the accomplice. John, it's okay. Open the door.
Hello, hello.
Congratulations! Mr. Bergeson, you are the distinguished volunteer for the secondary level for Douglas County School District.
Congratulations!
Congratulations! We have balloons for you.
What is this about?
You are the volunteer for the secondary level for Douglas County School District. Carolyn and Anita are here to help me.
Hi, John. Congratulations.
We have treats, homemade brownies from Mrs. Ovard. We have, it's all good.
We'll keep the dog.
Okay.
We have
The dogs.
and a gift certificate just for you. You're on camera. Would you like to say anything to everybody?
Miss you.
Oh, we miss you so much.
It's a
Thank
virtual
you.
award.
Back to you, Wendy.
Congratulations, John. Next, he doesn't need introducing, but here's our superintendent, Mr. Keith Lewis.
As you witnessed during the national anthem, we are blessed to have a high school music program at Douglas High School under the direction of Miss Tammy Owens. Our next video is a collaborative effort between the Douglas Dynamics and local tech-savvy senior citizens. This presentation was put together completely through email and Zoom. Thank you, Miss Owens, for your amazing talent and leadership. Please enjoy In Meeting We Are Blessed.
We are met together, and in meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. We are met together, and in meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. We are met together, in meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. We are met together, in meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. Hold on, dear brother. Hold on, dear sister. Hold on. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. We are met together, and in meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. You're not alone. You're not alone, and you never walk away. I will be with you, and I will carry you with me. Friendship endures, friendship endures, and surely we will prove it's not ourselves, but our bodies that move. We are met together, meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. We are met together, meeting we are blessed. Peace in coming and in going, peace in labor and in rest. Hold on, dear brother. Hold on, dear sister. Hold on. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
And that is what you can do with technology. Thank you, Miss Owens. Amazing production. Thank you. To present the 2019-20 Distinguished Elementary Substitute Teacher Award, I would like to welcome Jeannie Dwyer back to the podium.
There really is no substitute for a great substitute. This award is for our 2019-20 Distinguished Elementary Substitute Teacher. To help us present this award, we have Marilyn Richardson, our Special Services Department Secretary, and her Millennial Technical Support Team, which happens to be her daughter, Michelle Baugh. They're waiting to help present this award. So this dedicated substitute teacher has worked for Douglas County School District for over 26 years. There really is no substitute for a great substitute. This person covered for our teachers at various sites on 105 days last school year. That's a lot of days. She was always so willing to help out and will come in to cover a job at a moment's notice. She goes above and beyond. With great classroom management, she engages the students in learning. She follows the lesson plans. She grades assignments, and she always leaves detailed notes for the teacher. Congratulations to Barbara Henningsen, our 2019-20 Distinguished Elementary Substitute Teacher. Barbara is a valued substitute teacher for Douglas County School District.
Video. Okay, let's go. Mike, the answers the door.
We're from Douglas County School District here to present you with the Distinguished Elementary Substitute Teacher of the Year. We want to thank you for your dedication to the students of Douglas County. Congratulations! Woo! And you are live. Well, thank you. You have a little gift card in there. Okay. We had to do COVID-19 and couldn't do this in person. Okay. We appreciate you very much. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Wow. Thanks. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Congratulations, Barbara. And to present our secondary substitute award is our resident comment.
So I'm very pleased to help present the 2019-20 Distinguished Secondary Substitute Teacher Award. Helping with this presentation and out in the field locating the Distinguished Secondary Substitute is Roberta Butterfield, our classified support staff at Douglas High School. We'll let Roberta kind of get on her way there to locate the door. A little bit about this individual. This individual has been recognized by their colleagues as being a highly sought after and excellent secondary math teacher who's been subbing with the district since 2013. This person has filled 2 long-term positions during the 2019-20 school year and has received several outstanding 5-star ratings from the teachers. The teachers have commented that this individual does all that's asked and stated that the students really learn very well from this individual. We're hoping that Roberta has found her way to the location of our recipient and is patiently hoping that they'll also answer the door this evening. We see Roberta. She's queuing up. There you are.
It won't switch. There we go.
I rang the doorbell.
Hello. Hold on.
We're awaiting James.
Hello, Mr. Bunn.
Classified super.
Prize Patrol.
Exactly. Publishers Clearinghouse has come to award you. Woo! He's going to get his mask.
We're waiting James Bunn, our secondary substitute teacher extraordinary.
Well, Roberta, this is my wife, Roberta.
I know. I was talking on the phone. So this is being videotaped. The whole entire school district is watching you receive Substitute of the Year.
Wow.
With
Substitute of the Year.
brownies from Ms. Ovard.
Oh.
And this beautiful crystal.
Oh my goodness. Look at
Yeah.
Get to put that on my shelf.
There you go.
Well, thank you. Something else to get the wife all upset with me. I got a big ego, Mr. Bond. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you, Roberta, and thank you, crew, for helping. Congratulations, James. Now, to present our 2019-20 Distinguished Classified Supervisor Award is Executive Director of Human Resources and Awards Ceremony Grand Poobah, Joe Girdner.
Thank you, Brian. It is a great honor to introduce the Douglas County School District Distinguished Classified Supervisors for the 2019-20 school year. As all of you know all too well, 2020 has been a very unique year. And due to the COVID-19 school closure, we were faced with extraordinary challenges that we have never seen before and had to take great efforts to serve our students during that time. During last year's challenging school closure, these two individuals went above and beyond to serve our students. Because of the great work of this dynamic duo, we are forced to recognize two Distinguished Classified Supervisors of the Year. Out in the field right now are Sean Ryan and Nicole Davies, who are trying to locate the houses of our award recipients. These two Distinguished Classified Supervisors have worked tirelessly to improve their program in an effort to better serve students and support the needs of our district. During their time leading their department, they have listened to feedback from staff, students, and parents to implement many new ideas which have greatly improved the invaluable service they provide our students. I would like to share some words from their colleagues and staff. These two are always available to support everyone in the department and the entire district. They are always willing to help fill in whenever something is needed, even if it is not their job. They never let stress or demands of their job affect them. They always get the job done with a positive attitude. They always listen to the input of others and offer good solutions to problems. Before 1 minute, Nicole, we're almost ready. Before announcing the winners of this award, I feel that I have to share the importance of the school nutrition program. School breakfast and lunch is so critical to students' health and well-being, especially for our low-income students. It ensures that they have nutrition they need to learn throughout the school day. Sometimes what our students eat at school is the only meals with nutritional value that they receive throughout their entire day. During last spring's closure, our nutrition services provided hundreds of meals every day to students in need. That was a monumental task, and that is why we are going out into the field to Nicole Davies and Sean Ryan to announce the Co-Distinguished Classified Supervisor Award to both Jordy Foster and Brittany Malley.
Congratulations, Brittany. You're the Distinguished Classified Supervisor of the Year with your colleague.
She hasn't opened the door yet, though.
She hasn't. Thank you.
And along with the award comes your card. So congratulations.
Deserving of this. So well deserving of this. Congratulations, Jordy. I was looking at the little baby. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Congratulations, Jordy and Brittany.
Congratulations, Jordy. Thank you, Jordy. I can't believe you kept this from.
Please welcome our superintendent, also known as the voice of a million auto dialers, back to the podium as he announces the Distinguished Administrator for 2019-20 school year.
A face to the voice. I'm fortunate to have the opportunity. The 2019-20 DCSD Distinguished Administrator is an out front leader that expects the best from everyone in the district to support students. She has created a culture of collaboration that is guided by what is best for kids. And she's worked extremely hard to create a school culture that values education and exudes a sense of happiness. Teachers describe this year's recipient as someone that is constantly challenging them to be the best educators they can possibly be. Whether it be professional development, collaboration meetings, mini teacher workshops, or observations, she gives her teachers many opportunities to develop and grow as teachers. The environment in the school is warm, and parents often comment about how welcoming the school feels and how students are happy and cared for. When asked how she balances leadership and management duties to best support student achievement, this administrator responded, "People are the most precious resource, and I am only as good as the people around me. As a principal, I believe that you have to invest in talent, build capacity, and empower others. I am the type of leader who does what everyone else is expected to do, and I won't ask anyone to do something I wouldn't do myself. Leadership is a fine balance between managing the tasks and leading the people." In addition to being one of the strongest instructional leaders in the Douglas County School District, this year's recipient also understands the importance of parent and community engagement. Since the strongest support for learning occurs at home through positive parenting styles such as nightly reading, consistent homework policies, and high expectations, she strives to reach out to families to inspire them to get involved in making those critical contributions to their child's achievement. As a result, the community involvement at Jacks Valley Elementary School is extensive and involves not only family, but support from local businesses, churches, and other community organizations. The motto at Jacks Valley Elementary School is "Do amazing things for kids every day." Under her leadership and with the wealth of knowledge she has developed in her 30+ years as an educator, amazing things are happening each and every day for both students and staff.
You see that little camera?
I am fortunate to go out into the field where I see Mr. Crespin Esquivel, who is going to present the 2019-20 DCSD Distinguished Administrator to Mrs. Pam Gilmartin.
It's right here.
You're live, gentlemen.
We want to congratulate Ms. Pam Gilmartin to be the 2019-2020 Distinguished Administrator of the Year. $0.
Congratulations, Mrs. Pam Gilmartin. To present the 2019-20 DCSD Distinguished Service Provider Trainer Award, I would like to welcome Rami Cronin-Mack back to the podium.
Good evening. I sure hope that you guys are having as much fun out there as we are. It's just been amazing. So great to celebrate all these wonderful educators in our district. It's a great pleasure for me to be able to award tonight the Distinguished Service Provider Trainer for the 2019-2020 school year. And to help present this award, Mr. Roger Kramer will be joining me from the field. He's out there now, being very ninja-like, which will be relevant in a moment. The nominees in this category included social workers, professional learning specialists, and district-wide special education professionals. But tonight's honoree is someone who's very special to me and who exemplifies the quote, "Never stop learning because life never stops teaching." And 2020 really has shown us that, hasn't it? Amidst the sudden closure of schools on March 15th and the unexpected need to provide instruction from home, this DCSD professional learning specialist immediately began looking for ways to support teachers so that rigorous and meaningful instruction could continue for the students of Douglas County School District. He provided regular help desk opportunities and lots of one-on-one problem solving for teachers. This PDC trainer was critical in supporting our teachers as they navigated this new world of virtual learning. This employee is a visionary and an innovator whose expertise in the use of technological tools in education and design thinking push the rigor of instruction in our classrooms every single day. He's always willing to try something new and then reflect on the outcome of that and then teaches us all how to do it. He's amazing. This PDC trainer embodies epic learning in DCSD. His professional calm and cool demeanor, we refer to him in the office as the ninja, makes him very approachable by teachers for support and for confidence. DCSD values the contributions this employee has made to moving epic learning forward and supporting teacher instruction and student learning along the way. DCSD is delighted to honor the DCSD Distinguished Service Provider Trainer this evening, Mr. Mark Cunha. I'll now turn over this presentation to Mr. Roger Kramer, who's out there, I hope, tracking him down, because he is a ninja. I don't have jokes. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Roger, for saving me. Maybe. We're waiting for you, Roger.
What do you mean you're waiting for me? We're here. Are you here?
We can't see anything. It's just black. What are you doing? We're on.
Mark, can you help us?
It's black.
I don't know.
What's going on, Rom?
Hold on.
They're wording the word. Give me
Oh, there it is. Okay. There we got him. Here's Bart. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm trying to just Mark. You are epic.
You're ninjas.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here he
Thanks,
is.
everybody.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oops, okay.
Thank you.
You good? All right. All right, Bart. Hi, guys.
Congratulations, Mark. It's really, truly an honor to work alongside you on this epic journey. I'm now happy to, to announce that our next award presenter is the distinguished counselor is Miss Melissa Rains. I'm sorry, that threw me off. Yay, Mark. All right. Melissa, you're on.
So I can't even tell you how many times I've said, Mark, can you help me? So that was rather apropos. So excellent job helping in your own award, Mark. So again, thank you. My name is Melissa Rains, and I have the absolute privilege of announcing the 2019-20 Distinguished School Counselor of the Year. This individual is the consummate professional. She takes great pride in being a school counselor, and as a member of the American School Counselor Association, she works side by side her colleagues to ensure that the ASCA model is utilized as their foundational framework of curriculum, in conjunction with social emotional learning, positive behavioral intervention supports, and trauma-informed care throughout the Douglas County School District. She herself masterfully weaves the critical attributes from each area together, ensuring that all students and staff benefit. She has worked closely with the students, staff, and families at Pinion Hills Elementary School, Zephyr Cove Elementary School, and Douglas High School to create a supportive climate where people feel safe to learn and grow. She works diligently to make sure students have a voice and that they take ownership of their learning and successes. She encourages students to try new ideas, to make mistakes, reflect, and how to do better. With integrity and poise, she models the way we want to be treated as people and professionals, and that is with respect, kindness, and honesty. Congratulations to Rigel Bertoloni for being the Douglas County School District's 2019-20 Counselor of the Year. Unfortunately, we were not able to connect with Reggie remotely, but I know she and her family are watching. And don't despair, because we have a video from Pinion Hills Elementary School today where she received her award in front of students, staff, and her family. Please help me celebrate Mrs. B with the video from Pinion Hills Elementary School today.
That we want to make this afternoon, and we wanted to share it with you guys. And so it is my honor and my privilege to present to you the Douglas County School District Counselor of the Year, Mrs. B.
She tried to cover herself up with
So these guys are family, so they can hug and take their masks off. Okay? Thank you guys so much for helping us celebrate. Have a great lunch, all right?
Reggie, we love and appreciate you more than you know. Congratulations. Now with recognitions and acknowledgements, Mr. Joe Gardner.
Hello again. I needed to take a moment to recognize the people that have truly made this ceremony possible. First and foremost, I want to recognize the fantastic Leanne Karras, who has taken on most of the organization, hard work, and preparation to make this event happen. She is right now acting as Command Center 1 from home, organizing all of the presentations via her cell phone. Thank you, Leanne, for all of your hard work to make this ceremony happen. I also want to thank our incredible IT director, John Enter, who is right behind the stage here, this set of stairs. He has pulled off an incredible feat to make this happen. He's overcome an invasion of insects in the back room this evening, which shut off our sound several times. You might have noticed that. Great job, John. We appreciate all that you do. I also want to recognize the folks out there who deliver awards tonight. That was not an easy task. To make this virtual ceremony happen, they have suffered through 2 Zoom practices because we failed miserably on the first one. They've suffered through dozens of emails from me. They've communicated with families to set this up. They've floundered mightily trying to use their phone and Zoom at the same time, which I know you can't tell that tonight. They were incredible. Those people are Lauren Spires, Molly Ravenscroft, Susan McNeil, Michael Rex, Bill Harvey, Karen Sealbinder, Marilyn Richardson, Nicole Davies, Sean Ryan, Roberta Butterfield, Crespin Esquivel, Roger Kramer, Jason Reed, Phil Demas, Bill Blumenthal, Guy Olguin, and Ken Stoll. That group has also rounded up much of their staff at the different sites, as you've seen, to make this event even more special. Lastly, I want to take a moment to recognize all of our Douglas County School District employees. We are an amazing school district, and it takes each and every one of our employees to make that happen. Every day, people work to open our school, teach our classes, drive buses, answer phones, serve meals, clean classrooms, mow lawns, and much, much more every day to serve our students in Douglas County School District. So I want to thank each and every one of our employees for the amazing work they do every day, especially through the COVID pandemic. Thank you to all of you. I know you are not tired of the amazing Keith Lewis, so he is going to be back up here at the podium to MC the last few events, and they are the main events. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
And I am definitely sure you're tired of me. To present the 2019-20 Award for Excellence in Leadership, which is an award presented on behalf of the Douglas County School District Board of Trustees, I would like to introduce Board President Rob Lehman, who will be joining us remotely via Zoom to present our next award.
I'd like to also just recognize everybody who's put on this evening tonight. It's been pretty cool to watch the Publishers Clearinghouse style approaches to houses. This, like many of the other things that have been going on in schools, have been pretty impressive. Thinking outside the box and doing things that just haven't been done before. So good job to everybody who's put this on. The Board of Trustees Award for Excellence in Leadership was created in 2019 to honor an individual or individuals who demonstrate exemplary leadership in the pursuit of benefiting the students of Douglas County. Anybody can be nominated for this award. It could go to a district employee, an administrator, a teacher, a bus driver, or a coach, or it could go to someone outside the district, perhaps a parent or a volunteer or a local business. Last year's award was given to Superintendent Keith Lewis, who at the time was the head of HR. I believe we made a great decision last year to have him be the first recipient of this award, and I think we made a great decision choosing him as superintendent. Due to the global pandemic, the past 8 months have been unprecedented times within the education system. In a very short period of time, teachers, administrators, and many others have had to reinvent how they deliver education to students. There's a show available on Disney+, which I recommend highly, titled Imagineering, that presents a history of Disney's amusement parks. It's a behind-the-scenes look at how rides and experiences are imagined and then created. In one of the episodes, one of the Imagineers stated, "You have to be careful what you imagine and what you propose because someone has to find a way to build what it is that you're imagining." An enormous amount of work and innovation goes into that magic that guests experience when they go to Disney's parks. And the behind-the-scenes workers are an indispensable and vital part of that magic. This year's recipient of the Award for Excellence in Leadership was truly a leader in the district's shift to distance learning following the governor's stay-at-home for Nevada directive. It's one thing to imagine or propose a system where schools don't exist as part of schooling, where teachers and students interact virtually with each other from their houses. It's an entirely different thing to create and build that system. As a part of the behind-the-scenes magic that needed to take place to transport education from the classroom to the kitchen table, our recipient went above and beyond the call of duty by providing exceptional support for Google Meet sessions for the entire teaching staff of the district, as well as classified staff, administrators, and directors. Our recipient facilitated a Chrome remote desktop to better assist students during their distance learning at home, so the IT staff could remote into the students' devices if necessary. This person created and provided to staff a single email address that sent an email to the entire IT department so that staff who desperately needed help could quickly get answers to their questions instead of waiting for the right person to see their email. This year's recipient worked beyond normal work hours, including weekends, assisting staff with their technology needs, and made sure everyone in the IT department was set up to work remotely from home with ease. Without this person's incredible support, much of the distance learning in our current hybrid model would not have gone as smoothly as it has this year. In his role as network engineer, this person is often the first to hear when the district's networks fail or there are other issues with our technology infrastructure. But he seldom hears how fast and wonderful the network is running, and he rarely hears how much he is genuinely appreciated for the outstanding service he has provided district employees during the 16 years he has worked in the district. I am privileged to have the opportunity to recognize one of Douglas County School District's brightest stars. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I am honored to award the 2019-2020 Board of Trustees Award for Excellence in Leadership to David Monachino. David is in Las Vegas today, and we are going to get him up on the screen. And there he is.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm taken aback. It's a pleasure to work with all of you. It's a pleasure to serve the district. The greatest experience in my life.
Thank you very much.
Thank you both. Thank you, President Lehman and David. Congratulations on behalf of all of us. Well deserved. Well, I can't actually speak from experience. I have been told that one of the best parts of being superintendent is having the opportunity to announce and present the district's Educator and Support Staff Employee of the Year awards. The pandemic took away many opportunities at the end of the 2019-20 school year, including the opportunity for my mentor and DCSD's previous superintendent to present these 2019-20 honors. I am so happy to have her with us this evening as part of this celebration, and I'm excited to provide her the opportunity she deserves to introduce the 2019-20 DCSD Distinguished Educator of the Year and the 2019-20 DCSD Support Staff Employee of the Year. Please welcome Mrs. Terry White.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Hi, everyone. It's great to be back. Another wonderful ceremony for all of our employees. This one was very special, lots of fun. It's nice to watch and see everyone surprised on their doorstep. And so with that, I am going to begin with the Distinguished Support Staff Employee. The 2019-2020 DCSD Distinguished Support Staff Employee of the Year is described by their colleagues as a multitasker, a self-starter, eager to take on new tasks, interested in learning, and knowledgeable. In addition, staff provided the following insights: incredibly well-informed, always willing to help. If this person doesn't know the answer to your question, they make every effort to obtain the information. This employee is persistent and diligent in their work. They want to help whenever possible, which makes all of our jobs easier. This person is an excellent problem solver and manages quite a few things before most of the staff have even arrived. They make our school run very smoothly, and they support the work of everyone with energy and skill. This year's recipient maintains an excellent relationship with administrators, counselors, teachers, and peers alike. They manage to juggle all of their responsibilities efficiently and seems to truly love their job and the people they are surrounded by. When asked to describe the rewards you find in your role within the district, our recipient responded, "I love working with the students. Their smiles and laughter bring happiness to my soul. I believe that it takes a village to raise a child. This includes their education. It isn't just the teachers that give the students their education. It is everyone they come in contact with." As the first person you will typically encounter when entering Powelloo Middle School, you will be greeted with a smile by someone who possesses a helpful spirit, an amazing work ethic, a sweet disposition, and a level of patience second to none. Although her primary function is to answer phones and greet visitors, our recipient does abundantly more. Her ability to efficiently and pleasantly juggle the specific support she provides is admirable and impressive, and has earned her a great deal of respect from her colleagues. Her performance and outstanding service has also earned her the respect and admiration of district staff. And I will now go out to the field to Mr. Guy Olguin, who will present our 2019-2020 Distinguished Support Staff Employee of the Year Award. Mr. Olguin?
Okay, good.
What do I do?
Are we on? Are we on?
What do I do?
Wait, what? The record thing? Are we on? The camera? The camera?
Oh, we're
Okay.
here. We're here. Oh, but it's on me. Hold on, friends. Wait.
Call here. Oh, Mr. Cole.
Hello.
Hello. Douglas County School District Support Employee of the Year. You deserve every bit of it. So thank you for everything you've done. Oh my gosh.
You guys.
Amazing. So we just want to give you a little bit of support and say congratulations.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Here's your $1 million check.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. There you go.
Now hold all this stuff.
Hold it all. Thank you, you guys.
So again, thank you so much for everything you do for Powelloo. We are just blessed to have you on the staff and be a part of it. And the kids, the staff, everyone thanks you for everything that you do every day, every year.
Thank you. I love you guys. We love you.
Hold on.
Thank you, Mr. Olguin, and congratulations, Nicole. I stay? Okay. All right. The next award I'm presenting is the 2019-2020 DCSD Distinguished Educator Award. Patience, joy, innovation, passion, and a bit of lovable quirkiness come to mind when many people think about and describe this educator. The 2019-2020 DCSD Distinguished Educator Award truly recognizes the value of individuality and addresses areas of strength in students using consistent feedback to build strong rapport with students and makes each student feel heard and accepted. Where some of us have experienced curved or forked paths that eventually led us to teaching, the path toward education was perfectly straight for this educator, as all routes led to teaching from early days of helping at an in-home preschool. This teacher developed a unique style of teaching, which was partially due to observations of multiple veteran teachers within the district. In subsequent years, this educator hasn't forgotten that collaborating and learning from others is an essential part of teaching, and you can often find this teacher spending personal prep time observing other teachers. No matter how busy or stressful the day is, this educator always has time to assist teachers as well as students, spending extra time collaborating with teachers as needed and answering questions about technology and programs. Nurturing and developing leadership qualities is important to this educator, as shown from being selected for a 2-year Teacher as Leaders class and being on the computer science standards team. As our district shifts toward a focus of EPIC teacher next year, this teacher is ahead of the curve, already incorporating project-based learning and STEAM activities within the classrooms. This educator also has a goal of creating tools for computer science standards that would be beneficial to everyone within our district. When asked to describe the rewards of teaching, this educator picked a quote that perfectly sums up his philosophy, spoken by Giovanni Giocondo. "No peace lies in the future, which is not hidden in the present little instant. Take peace. The gloom of the world is but a shadow. Behind it, yet within our reach, is joy. Take joy." This teacher truly does find joy and enthusiasm in teaching. Every experience is done with full passion and fidelity. Whether it's making a special voice for each character in a read aloud, having a campfire morning meeting, donning a lightsaber and making crosswalk duty more fun for everyone, or incorporating classcraft to teach the standards, his passion and joy are apparent. It is with great pleasure that I announce to you the 2019-2020 DCSD Distinguished Educator Award for Douglas County School District. I am now going out in the field to Mr. Ken Stoll, who will help present our award to our recipient. Mr. Stoll?
You're on. It was with great pleasure and pride that I give the Distinguished District Educator for DCSD for the year of 1920. Well deserved, my
Thank you, Mr. Stoll, and congratulations, Mr. King.
Congratulations, Mr. Kavaznika and Ms. Nicole Harrison for these great honors. And congratulations to all of our nominees tonight and all those that we have celebrated. What a truly special evening. And as I said at the opening, these are just a few of the amazing employees we have here in the Douglas County School District. So we have come to the end of the 2019-20 Employee Recognition Ceremony. I would like to thank each of you who has joined us this evening to celebrate just a small portion of the greatness of the Douglas County School District. I would like to express my gratitude to Executive Director of Human Resources, Joe Gerdner, and his team for their creativity in planning tonight's event. I must admit I was a little nervous, but Mr. Gerdner has pulled off one of the best events that we've had here in the district. I would also like to thank my colleagues who have presented the awards tonight, and to our staff who have been out in the community delivering the awards to people or to the person who is our honoree. You have helped make tonight a great celebration. As Mr. Gerdner has already done, I would also like to express my gratitude to DCSD Director of IT, Mr. John Inter, for all he has done behind the scenes to make tonight happen. There can't possibly be a better Director of Information Technology anywhere in the world, and we appreciate all that he does for us behind the scenes every day. I wish each of you a wonderful rest of your evening, and again, thanks for joining us tonight to recognize our incredible 2019-20 distinguished employees. Good night.